Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. I'm Aviation05 and today's video is going to be an airport update of South Waterloo International Airport, one of my fictional airports. This is a 1 to 4 inch scale model airport. I put a lot of planes in today with a lot of action, so I hope you guys enjoy. Starting us off, landing on runway 10 left is this Southwest Airlines Boeing 737-800. This aircraft is arriving in from St. Louis and will be departing out to Denver, Colorado later this afternoon. In the back, taxiing in from Reykjavik in Iceland is the Iceland Air Boeing 757-200. This aircraft will be doing a turnaround back out to Reykjavik in about an hour and a half. After that, we have this Spirit Airlines Airbus A320-200 with the fence tips. This aircraft arrived in from Boston earlier and will be departing out to Myrtle Beach. Moving on, we have this UPS Boeing 757 freighter. This flight arrived in from Anchorage and will be departing out to Anchorage again. Moving on, taxiing out to runway 10 left is the Spirit Airlines Boeing 737-700 in the Desert Gold retro livery. This flight arrived in from Kansas City and is currently departing out to Omaha. Moving on, about to pull into C3 at the cargo gates is this FedEx Express Boeing 767-300 freighter. This flight is arriving in from Paris Charles de Gaulle and will be departing out to Dublin later. After that, we have this FedEx feeder Cessna 208B Sky Caravan. This flight arrived in from McCook and will be departing out to Columbus Municipal Airport. And our second FedEx feeder, this is a Cessna 208B Sky Caravan as well. This aircraft is still getting some routine maintenance and will be up in the skies pretty soon. At our small jet parking, we have the Air Canada Express CRJ 900. This aircraft will be departing out to Toronto. And sitting in front of the regional jet parking is the Alaska SkyWest Embraer E175. This flight arrived in from Palm Springs and will be departing out to Reno. And after that, pushing back for the flight out to Fort Lauderdale is the JetBlue Airways Airbus A321neo. This flight arrived in from Punta Cana earlier. And behind that, we have the American Eagle Embraer E175. This flight arrived in from San Francisco and will be departing out to Phoenix. Moving on, we have the British Airways Boeing 787-8 Dreamliner. This flight has just arrived in from London Heathrow on runway 16 and will be headed back out to London Heathrow in about 2 hours. On the other side of the terminal, we have the United Boeing 737-700. This flight has just arrived in from Denver and is pulling into the gate. And our second United is this United 737-900ER. This flight has arrived in from Puerto Vallarta and will be departing out to Chicago. And at the end of the terminal is the American Airbus A321neo. This flight has just arrived in from New York JFK and will be departing out to San Francisco. At the end of the terminal, we have the Frontier Airbus A320neo in the Poppy the Prairie Dog livery. This flight will be departing out to Des Moines. At the southwest gates, we have, about to push back for Orlando, is this Southwest Boeing 737-700 in the California 1 livery. This flight arrived in earlier from San Antonio. For our second Southwest, we have this Southwest Boeing 737 MAX 8. This flight arrived in from Austin and will be departing out to Nashville. Moving on, we have another Southwest Boeing 737-800. This is in the Freedom 1 livery and arriving in from San Jose about 15 minutes ago, and will be departing out to Chicago Midway here in about an hour. Moving on, we have the Spirit Airbus A320neo, the banana plane, as some people call it. This flight is just arriving in from New York LaGuardia and will be departing out to Detroit. Over the Alaska gates, we have this Alaska Boeing 737 MAX 9. This flight arrived in from Seattle and Washington, and will be headed out to Los Angeles. And our second Boeing 737 MAX 9, also in Alaska, is in the West Coast Wonders livery. This flight arrived in from Portland in Oregon and will be headed back out there. Moving on, we have this Delta Boeing 737-900ER. This flight arrived in from Atlanta in Georgia and will be departing out to Salt Lake City. Continuing on down the Delta line, we have the Delta Airbus A321neo. This aircraft arrived in from Atlanta as well and will be departing out to Seattle. Lastly, for Delta, we have one more. We have another Boeing 737-900ER operating as a 737-800. This flight arrived in from Minneapolis and will be departing out to Los Angeles in California. And lastly, for the update today, we have the Delta Airlines Airbus A330-300. This flight arrived in from Rome and will be departing out to London Heathrow later in about 30 minutes. That does wrap it up for the video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please consider liking the video, subscribing, and commenting if you're interested. I'm going to be trying to post more airport updates a little bit more often, just because I can try to make a little bit more time for that. I hope you guys are enjoying the South Waterloo Airport. It has been one of my favorite airports amongst my viewers. So if you like it, give me a like or a thumbs up in the comment section and I'll know to keep doing that. If there are any easy, smaller United States airports I can do, please let me know. It is quite hard for me to do things like Salt Lake City, Seattle, but I am trying to build up enough aircraft to possibly do Portland International as real as I can get it to. So basically that's what I just have going on. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day and I will see you on the next video. Bye.